Good afternoon. Today's topic is solving recurrence relation. In this topic, we will be seeing how can we solve recurrence relations. So we use a wide variety of recurrence relations and how is it that we are able to solve these recurrence relations. So the recurrence relations basically are also written as linear homogeneous recurrence relation, linear homogeneous recurrence relations, and these linear homogeneous recurrence relations have a degree k and they also have constant coefficients. So the linear homogeneous recurrence relations, we will see the general form of these linear homogeneous recurrence relations. To solve the recurrences, first we will see the definition. A linear homogeneous recurrence relation of a degree k with constant coefficient is a recurrence relation of the form an is equal to c1 into an minus 1 plus c2, we can have c2 an minus 2 and so on up to ck an minus k, where the ci's, that is the terms which have c1, c2 and ck, all of those are constants and they are all real numbers. Okay, they are real numbers, and whatever ck value we are taking, it should not be equal to 0. The solution that we want to find is uniquely determined if k initial conditions are provided, that is a0, a1 and so on up to ak minus 1 are provided, then we can find the solution for your linear homogeneous recurrence relation. So we already know what a recurrence relation is. Whenever we are supposed to find the next term by using the previous terms, that is known as a recurrence relation. Now, what do you mean by these terms, linear and homogeneous? So let's see that. First and foremost, what do you mean by linear? So linear is basically, if the in the recurrence relation, the definition of recurrence relation, it can be known as linear if the right hand side, so the right hand side is a sum of the previous terms. So whenever we are doing the sum of previous terms, then that relation, that recurrence relation is known as the linear recurrence relation. Also, it should be a sum. Also, it can be multiplied by a function of n, that is, even it can be it can be multiplied by function of n. So you can have n into an minus 1 or plus n square into an minus 1. So some function of n can be multiplied to the previous term, then it can be linear. Okay, now when is it not linear? Whenever instead of the sum of the previous terms, we are taking the product or subtraction. So in this case, suppose if we are taking an is equal to a square n minus 2. Now in this case, this is not known as linear, for a square n minus 2. Then this is not a linear recurrence relation. Now what do you mean by homogeneous? The recurrence relation is homogeneous because no terms occur that are not multiples of aj. Now what do you mean by this? In this case, if we are writing, suppose the recurrence relation is being written as an is equal to an minus 1 plus 2. Now this term 2, it is not in the form of an minus 1, n minus 2, an minus 3. It is simply a constant. So in this case, it is not known as homogeneous. Okay. So linear is basically when it is the sum of the previous terms, and homogeneous is basically when it is in the multiples of this an term, an minus 1, an minus 2 or an minus k. Okay, so let's see this in a bit of detail. So linear is right hand side is a sum of multiples of the previous term, so it should be the sum. If it is the product, then it cannot be linear. What about homogeneous? No terms that are not multiples of aj. So we cannot have an is equal to, we cannot have an is equal to an minus 1 plus 7. Some constant should not be there over here. It should always be in multiples of ages. Now, what is the degree? So apart from that, one more thing we can see over here is this, we can have a constant. So this C1, C2, Ck are all constants. The coefficient, so the coefficient of an minus 1 is C1. The coefficient of an minus k is Ck. So the coefficient of the terms of the sequence are all constants rather than functions. So they are not functions like n square, n, etc. They are all constants that depend on n value. Now, apart from that, we have degree. So the degree is k because an is expressed in the previous k term. So in this problem, the degree is k. So why is it k? Because we are using k previous terms to express our an. Okay. So for specifically this problem, the degree is k. If we change our problem, if we change our example, the degree will also change. Now the next thing is, let's see a few examples before going for solving the problems. So let's see some basic examples. Now over here, suppose we have our principal interest problem, compound interest problem actually. The solution, if you remember, was Pn is equal to 1.11 into Pn minus 1. The compound interest was 11%, I believe, for a sum of principal amount of 10,000. So for that problem, if you refer to the earlier class, you will see that the solution was Pn is equal to 1.11 into Pn minus 1.11 into Pn minus 1. Now, is this a linear homogeneous recurrence relation? Okay. So it is a recurrence relation because Pn is being expressed in Pn minus 1 term. So this part, it can be said as, yes, it is recurrence relation. But what about linear and homogeneous? So for this, let's check whether, what is the condition of linear if our right hand side is the sum of the previous terms. So over here, we only have one single term and it is obviously written along with a coefficient. So it is linear. Okay. So the linear condition is satisfied. What about homogeneous? Is it homogeneous? Yes, it is homogeneous. Why? Because there is no number or constant being added. That is, we have our right hand side in multiples of Pn only. We have Pn, over here we have Pn minus 1. So it is also homogeneous. Now, what is the degree? One second. So what is the degree of this recurrence relation? So the degree is, what did I say in the the general formula we had was an is equal to C1 an minus 1 plus C2 an minus 2 plus and so on Ck an minus k. In this problem, the degree was k. Whatever is the last term, that is the degree. So over here, we have Pn minus 1, so the degree will be 1. Okay, so the degree is 1. Now let's take another example. The another example is our Fibonacci series. Fn is equal to Fn minus 1 plus Fn minus 2. Now, is it linear homogeneous recurrence relation? We already know that it is a recurrence relation because we are expressing the next term in the sum of previous two terms. Is it linear? Yes, because we are not using multiplication, we are using the sum. That is, the right hand side is the sum of the previous terms of the sequence, each multiplied by a function of n. So we are being multiplied, this number is being multiplied with the constant 1. So it is fine, it is linear. What about homogeneous? So what about homogeneous? Yes, it is homogeneous because we don't have any constant being added. So it is homogeneous. Now what is the degree? So we have two terms over here, n minus 1 and n minus 2. What will be the degree? The degree will be the last term. So the degree of this problem is 2. Okay, so this is another example. Apart from that, let's see this example. An is equal to an minus 5. So is it a linear homogeneous recurrence relation? Obviously yes, because we are not multiplying or adding anything to it. So it is a linear homogeneous recurrence relation. But what is the degree of this problem? So the degree of this problem is 5, because the degree will be whatever the number an minus k. Since we have only one term over here and we are using n minus 5, so the degree is 5. Now, what about the few examples where I will explain you why is it either not linear or not homogeneous. So in this case, suppose if we take the example an is equal to an minus 1 plus a square n minus 2. Now if you notice, we have to find for linear homogeneous recurrence relation. It is a recurrence relation, yes, agreed, because we are using the previous two terms. Is it homogeneous? Yes, it can be homogeneous. But what about the linear condition? In the case of linear, what is the condition? What is the statement for the definition of linear? The recurrence relation is in the definition is linear if the right hand side is the sum of previous terms. But in this case, a square, it is not the sum. We are multiplying an minus 2 twice. That is the reason we have a square. And this is not linear. Okay. So this is not a linear homogeneous recurrence relation. It is a recurrence relation, but it is not linear. Similarly, let's take another example. So the example is our Hanoi-Towers relation Hn is equal to 2Hn minus 1 plus 1. Here we are adding the constant 1. So obviously directly we can identify that it is not homogeneous, because we are not using the multiples of hn minus 1, hn minus 2. We are not using that. We have added a constant. So the recurrence relation what we got was 2hn minus 1 plus 1. So this is not homogeneous. Similarly, if we have another example, bn is equal to n into bn minus 1. Oh, in this case, we don't have a constant coefficient. Every time our coefficient should be constant and a real number. But in this case, our coefficient is not constant. It is expressed in terms of n. So this recurrence relation does not have a constant coefficient. Now, one last thing to be understood is, why do we study linear homogeneous recurrence relation? The reason we study linear homogeneous recurrence relation is for two reasons. So the first one is they often occur in modeling of problems. Okay, so whenever we are supposed to solve problems, so they often occur in modeling of problems. Also, the second reason is they can be solved systematically. So systematically they can be solved in some order. So that is the reason we study this linear homogeneous recurrence relation. Okay. In the next class, we will study how to solve different types of linear homogeneous recurrence relations with different coefficients. So for now, this is the introduction. Thank you.